The Nazis' plan to exterminate the Jews of Europe evolved slowly. Adolf Hitler, shown here announcing the outbreak of war in 1939, had made no secret of his party's hatred of Jews and had been persecuting German Jews for years. But it was not yet clear what they would do with the millions of Jews that the Nazis expected to conquer in Eastern Europe. Before World War II began, they had considered transporting the Jews to Madagascar, a large island off the southeastern coast of Africa. Plans changed, however, once the war started in 1939, and German armies swept through Poland. In the midst of a global war, forced migration became impractical. Instead, the Germans herded Jews into ghettos, cramped districts in Polish cities like Warsaw, where starvation and disease were rampant, while the Nazi leadership decided their fate. In 1941, Germany invaded the Soviet Union, and strike forces, known as the Einsatzgruppen, began murdering Jews outright. Up to 1 million Jews died this way, murdered by Nazi death squads and buried in mass graves. But still the killings were not happening swiftly enough for the Nazi leaders. So in 1942, the SS, headed by Heinrich Himmler, began building death camps. The 6 largest death camps were in Poland. Until the end of the war in 1945, the Nazis shipped Jews from all over Europe to these and other camps. A portion of the prisoners would be sent on to concentration camps, shown here in black, where they would work as slave labor for the Nazi war effort. Most of the prisoners were murdered with poisonous gas, their bodies heaped onto carts and cremated in ovens. Some 3 million Jews died in the death camps. Some 5 to 6 million Jews died overall. Some 9 to 10 million other people, Roma, Poles, Ukrainians, Russians, and others, also died in Nazi captivity. In this chapter, you will learn about World War II, the most destructive war in human history. The Nazis' final solution was responsible for much, but by no means all, of the devastation. What made World War II so much more destructive than those wars that had come before? How did the extermination of Europe's Jews fit into the Nazis' larger plans for a new German empire? How and at what cost were the Nazis and their allies finally defeated?